At the beginning of the story, we see a police van moving through a snow-covered region. It's transporting several dangerous prisoners to a prison. On the way, the van stops at a gas station to refuel. Some prisoners say they need to use the restroom. At first, the guards refuse, but then they think that in such a freezing area the prisoners wouldn't be able to escape far, and even if they did, they would die in the extreme cold. So, the guards take them to the bathroom. After some time, all the prisoners return and sit back in the van. But then, an officer notices that one prisoner named Kraven hasn't returned. When a guard goes to check the restroom, he finds Kraven. Standing there, the guard grabs him and brings him back with the others to the prison, where Kraven is locked in a cell. Kraven's cellmate says he doesn't like sharing his cell with anyone. Kraven calmly replies, "Don't worry. I won't be here for long." Kraven's first night in prison passes. The next morning, while he's exercising, some old inmates underestimate him and attack him. But Kraven shows them his true strength and brutally beats them, because he assaulted 2 prisoners. The guards take Kraven to the prison warden, Simon. Simon warns him he's heard what Kraven did, and if he wants to stay there, he must follow discipline, otherwise Simon knows how to fix him. While listening silently, Kraven notices a lion skin rug on the floor made from a killed lion. This deeply upsets him. Simon asks about his past and how he ended up there. Kraven replies, "I'm a hunter, and I hunt people like you." Suddenly, Kraven attacks Simon and kills him by stabbing his neck multiple times. He then escapes, climbing walls like an animal and reaching the roof. It's revealed he's no ordinary human. He has supernatural powers. Guards shoot at him, but he dodges the bullets and escapes the prison. Outside, his partner is waiting in a plane. Once aboard, Kraven speaks through a mic, saying he has killed Simon. We learn Kraven wasn't truly a prisoner. He intentionally took another inmate's place to enter the prison and assassinate the warden. Flashback 16 years earlier. Story shifts 16 years into the past. Kraven is with his younger brother Dmitri. Their father Nikolai, a very rich and powerful man, picks them up from school. Nikolai runs an illegal business, hunting animals and selling their skins. On the way, Nikolai tells them their mother has died, saying she had mental instability and ended her own life. Both brothers are devastated. Kraven blames his father, believing his neglect and obsession with business led to her death. The boys think they're going to their mother's funeral. But instead, Nikolai takes them hunting in the jungle to track a legendary ferocious lion called Zar the Lion. Meanwhile, we see a girl named Calypso with her grandmother, who belongs to a tribal family of the jungle. Grandmother gives her special cards and a small bottle containing a powerful serum passed down through generations, capable of healing any wound and even saving lives. Back in the jungle, Nikolai is still searching for Zar the Lion when another hunter, Alexei, approaches him, proposing a hunting partnership. Nikolai arrogantly rejects him, insulting him and saying Alexei isn't at his level. Humiliated, Alexei leaves, but hatred for Nikolai burns in his eyes. Kraven and Dmitri wander far from their group while talking and suddenly come face to face with Zar the Lion. Kraven protects his brother and points a gun at the beast. But before he can shoot, the lion attacks, severely injuring him in its claws. Hearing his son's screams, Nikolai arrives and shoots the lion, wounding it. The lion retreats, dragging Kraven away. Nearby, Calypso, who is visiting the jungle, sees the injured Kraven and approaches to save him. The lion leaves, but a drop of its blood falls into Kraven's wound. Seeing him critically injured, Calypso remembers the serum her grandmother gave her and makes Kraven drink it. He remains unconscious. Soon, a helicopter arrives and takes Kraven to a hospital. Doctors try to save him but fail. He stops breathing. They declare him dead. Moments later, his eyes suddenly open, glowing strangely, the lion's blood mixed with the serum in his body. His wounds heal rapidly, and he gains immense strength. Doctors are shocked. Nikolai takes him home, praises Kraven's bravery, and says one day he'll inherit his business. Then he shows Kraven the severed head of Zar the Lion. Kraven feels disturbed. Changes begin within him. Earlier he hunted animals. Now he feels pain seeing them killed. The lion's DNA inside him makes him feel like a protector of animals. Angry, he asks his father why he killed the lion, then leaves. That night, Kraven packs his bags and decides to leave home and go to the jungle. As he's about to go, Dmitri stops him, saying, "Mom left me. Dad doesn't respect me. You're the only one I share my pain with, and now you're leaving me too." Kraven replies that if he stays, his father will turn him into a hunter, forcing him to kill innocent animals. Kraven had become extremely powerful. Seeing all this, the doctors were shocked and confused. They couldn't understand how it was possible. After this, Nikolai took his son back home. At home, Nikolai told Kraven that he had fought the lion very bravely and that he was courageous, and one day he would inherit his entire business. Then Nikolai showed him the severed head of Zar the Lion, the same lion that had injured him. Ack! Seeing the lion's cut-off head made Kraven feel terrible. Here, we begin to see changes in him. Earlier, he used to hunt animals himself, but now killing innocent creatures felt wrong to him. This was happening because the lion's DNA was now inside him, and he had started seeing himself as a protector of animals. Angrily, he asked his father why he killed the lion and then walked away. That night, Kraven packed his belongings and decided to leave home and go live in the jungle. As he was about to leave, his brother Dmitri stopped him and said, "Mom already left me. Dad doesn't respect me. You're the only one I share my pain with, and now you're leaving me too." Kraven replied that if he stayed, their father would turn him into a hunter too, forcing him to kill innocent animals, which he never wanted to do, so he had to leave. He then went straight into the jungle. As soon as he entered the jungle, he started hearing strange sounds. Suddenly, he saw a herd of wild buffalo charging straight toward him. Kraven panicked, thinking it was his last day. He closed his eyes and bent down, but when he opened his eyes, he saw that all the buffalo had passed around him without touching him. In fact, the leader of the herd had stood in front of him protectively, as if recognizing Kraven as the king of the jungle. Kraven moved deeper into the forest and reached a place he used to visit with his mother. He decided to live there gradually. He discovered the many powers within him, all because the lion's DNA had fused into his body. One day, when he was extremely hungry, he hunted a deer. Here we see his abilities clearly. He ran like a lion and leaped enormous heights like a tiger, something no normal human could do. One day he heard gunshots, quickly climbed a tree and saw two hunters several kilometers away, killing wild buffalo. Furious, Kraven sprinted there at lightning speed, but he was too late. The hunters had already killed many. Buffalo Kraven warned them, "I'll forgive you for the animals you've killed till now, but if you ever hunt here again, I won't spare you." The hunters laughed, mocked him, pointed their guns at him, not knowing who they were dealing with. Kraven attacked them like lightning and killed them both. The story returns to the present, where Kraven, after killing the prison warden, has come back to the same jungle where he once lived. The next day, he learns that more hunters have entered the forest, cutting off buffalo horns. Before they can leave, Kraven stands in front of their vehicle, blocking the way. Because of the lion DNA, he now sees himself as the king of the jungle. The hunter's leader angrily orders the driver to run him over. The vehicle hits Kraven, but he emerges from underneath and attacks them, killing everyone one by one. However, one hunter escapes. Using his lion vision, Kraven memorizes the vehicle's number plate. The escaping hunter reports everything to his boss, but Kraven reaches there first and kills the boss. And the hunter too. We then see Calypso, the girl who saved Kraven's life with the serum. She is now a lawyer. She is attending her friend's funeral. Her friend had been assaulted and killed by Simon, the same prison warden Kraven murdered. Kraven approaches Calypso. He found her by following the card she once gave him. He tells her he is the same man whose life she saved in the jungle. Calypso is overjoyed to see him alive. Kraven tells her he has avenged her friend by killing Simon in prison. At first she doesn't believe him, but when she searches online, she learns that the prison warden Simon was indeed killed by a mysterious vigilante called the Hunter who targets evil people. Now she believes. Kraven, the next day. They meet again. Kraven thanks her for saving his life and says he didn't know how to repay her until he learned about her. Friends kill her roaming free despite the law, so he killed him. Calypso says she's a lawyer and didn't want him to kill, but admits that Simon would have harmed more innocent girls. Kraven then proposes something. Since she has lists of criminals whom even the law cannot punish, she should give him their names, and he will eliminate them one by one. Calypso agrees to help but warns his life will be in danger. Meanwhile, we see Alexei, the same hunter, once insulted by Kraven's father. He learns about a man named Kraven, who is killing hunters. Realizing he could be next, Alexei seeks out criminal groups whose leaders Kraven killed, offering to take control of their business. Some refuse and open fire on him, but the bullets don't affect him. Alexei now has the power to transform into a rhino, and in that form, his body is so strong that bullets cannot harm him. His sniper kills the remaining dissenters, and the survivors accept him as leader. Still burning with humiliation from Nikolai's past insult, Alexei sends a man to attack him. A shootout erupts at Nikolai's place. Dmitri hides under a table. Nikolai kills all attackers, but when he sees Dmitri hiding in fear, he angrily humiliates him for being weak. Later, Alexei sees Kraven's video and recognizes him, sending assassins after him. Meanwhile, Kraven visits Dmitri for his birthday. Nikolai also arrives, and again asks Kraven to return and take over the business, but Kraven refuses. That night, Dmitri asks Kraven to sleep in his room. Kraven agrees, but later goes to sleep outside in the garden. Morning, Dmitri's gone. Bloodstains are on the bed. He's been kidnapped. Kraven sees the kidnappers taking. He jumps down from the balcony and chases them, but they escape via helicopter to find his brother. Kraven goes to Calypso. She learns that a Turkish man kidnapped Dmitri for $20 million ransom. Kraven asks Nikolai for the money, but he refuses. Unwilling to appear weak even after receiving Dmitri's severed finger as proof, so Kraven tracks the kidnappers himself, kills all guards, and captures the kidnapper, who reveals Dmitri is now with Alexei. Alexei interrogates Dmitri at gunpoint for Kraven's location. Dmitri refuses, but Alexei manipulates him. He claims Kraven will kill their father and take everything, and offers Dmitri power, showing his rhino transformation. Wanting strength and respect, Dmitri betrays Kraven and reveals his location. Kraven, meanwhile, brings Calypso to his jungle base, where he has lived for 16 years and built weapons. Alexei sends a special assassin with hypnotic powers. Traps are set in the jungle, but Kraven kills most attackers with help from animals. Finally, the hypnotist shoots him with a poisonous injection, causing terrifying visions and putting him under control. But before the assassin can kill Kraven, Calypso intervenes and helps him.